feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp tank.
Hey everybody, welcome to the post-show wrap-up of the Shrimp Tank. I'm your co-host, Ted Jenkins. Sitting here with my co-host today, Lee Heisman. Of course, our guest today, Kriston Sellier, who is the owner and CEO of AGDA. And listen, if you don't know anything about branding, you have got to go to shrimptankpodcast.com and listen to the dialogue that the three of us had today, because Kriston gave us some unbelievable insight about not only how to make your brand better, but what to do with your website and things like digital marketing and advertising. And even she brought us a gift today, even how to get cool gifts like this, because you haven't done this in your business. You just haven't done it. So I appreciate you coming on the podcast today.
Well, you know, Kriston, I want to know a little bit about the uniqueness of your business. When we talk about a cool gift, and you might look and see this as just a mug, but it's the most unique mug I've ever gotten. This holds cold and hot liquid. I love that it's just something so simple, but it absolutely took my breath away that I'm going to actually keep this one compared to most of the things that I get that you don't use and don't keep. That kind of translates to your business, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Tell our audience exactly about ID8 and how unique it is.
ID8 is a specialized branding agency. There's a lot of marketing companies out there, but most of them don't specialize in one specific area. And that's really what makes us unique, is that specialization. And for a company of our size with 11 people, we offer research that is the same type of research that agencies over 400 people are offering. And when our clients are making branding decisions, we want them to make those decisions with information and data behind them so they feel confident moving forward. That's a little bit about us.
Yeah, well, we had a great talk today. And one of the things that I wanted to share in the post-show wrap-up in here is that a lot of people, obviously, their calling card today is not technically a calling card. It's not like a physical business card today like it used to be. It's their website. And that website often isn't even on a PC. It's on a mobile phone. Right. What are the biggest mistakes that people make with their websites that you could share with them, or maybe the biggest things they could fix right now so they could get more people attracted into the front end of the funnel for their brand?
So the big mistake is that people want a huge picture or a huge video at the top of their website. And that's the biggest area where people click. So it's like putting a huge piece of real estate and not using it wisely. The best thing to put at the top of your message is what you want people to do when they're on your site, with a button or a call to action for them to immediately click into your website to learn more or do that particular action that you're asking them to complete.
So you talked a little bit about you guys are a specialty firm. One of the things I know we spoke of is when you have a mergers and acquisition, when a company is purchased or you're merging companies together, you then have a problem of two different brands. What would you do in that scenario? Is that an area that you specialize in?
Oh, absolutely. Mergers and acquisitions is a great time to bring in a branding agency, because you have not only two different brands, but two different cultures coming together. And in order to unify people together, it really requires a transformative branding process, and even a time to sunset the old brands, or if there's one new brand that becomes the primary brand, sunsetting that old brand and really creating a communication plan to the internal employees and to your clients about what's happening. And going on that alone can be a trying time where employees are lost or people lose confidence in the company, and we can come up alongside of them and partner with them so they can be strong even during a difficult transition.
It's really smart, and that's a very challenging time. And I will tell you, Ted, I've now just learned something else, and that's the best part about interviewing people on the Shrimp Tank here, is that I get to learn stuff all the time. I'm going to start using the word sunsetting.
You like it?
If I fire someone, hey, I'm sunsetting your employment today. If I tell my children I'm not going to do something, I'm sunsetting. It's just a nicer way of saying I'm doing something that you probably don't want to have happen.
Right.
I'm going to start using that going forward. How do people get in touch with you at ID8?
You can go to our website. It's id8agency.com. You're welcome to call our office. That's 770-428-8668. And you can send me an email directly at ks@id8agency.com.
Well, thanks again for coming on the post-show wrap-up of the Shrimp Tank. And for you business owners out there, remember that the brand is really the X factor. And like Kriston mentioned today, a brand is not a name. It's not just a logo. It's not something that you put on the side of a mug or on a pen. It is something that is going to make the difference in the intrinsic value of what you sell your business for down the road. And so the next time that you're sitting in front of one of your clients, one of your prospects, simply ask them this question: what do you think of when you hear my name? What do you think of when you hear my name? And if you get a puzzled look on your face, that simply tells you that you don't have a brand. And what it will cost you is not just a prospect tomorrow or a client that may leave you, but when you want to sell your business, the value of that goodwill will have a multiplicative effect if in fact you have a brand. Don't think so? Look at the companies like McDonald's, Starbucks, Krispy Kreme, and all the other great ones, and think about all the donut shops and hamburger shops and CPA firms that you just don't know their name. And it's simply because they don't have a brand. And that's your post-show wrap-up of the Shrimp Tank.
I've been feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond.